to
Okay,
deny bomb
big
plants
change up
and
from
etc.
G2.
G2 thrive on those
Yoru
type of
is
maps,
out,
this is
and
gonna be an uphill battle for
Raze is
MIBR,
in.
but
Let's see if it looks
again,
put together. We've got
it is a
MIBR on
strong
defense,
map
we've
for
got
them as
G2
well,
on
I'd say.
attack. We're just straight up
I feel like
in
there's
B
a lot
site.
of pressure on icy shoulders.
Molly
on
in.
this
Do they
map
do the
because,
flash
again, we've seen
over,
that
or
he shows proficiency, he feels comfortable on the gecko roll, but when it's
Whoa.
a single duelist roll, when there's a lot of pressure on him to take
wait,
space,
Trent
how does he
with?
handle that?
I mean,
He's already
this is
fallen,
Spike.
but G2 were able to trade
Yeah,
back
Trent's
with
gonna
the
try to get out of
Burrow
there.
at 3 apiece.
Just gets out of there, but now
That
what does he do?
T-flash is gonna be good. The problem
Beat his
is,
team
though,
over
Trent,
towards long.
he has the
Trent's kind
bomb.
of, yeah, and he's
What a
sending it all
weird
to the rest of
round,
the
man.
team.
Gonna have to ask for
Yeah,
reinforcements.
that's a Valin, but they know
Valin
another one's there.
not skipping
They
a beat
saw
from
the
last
dizzy,
map
etc.
with the nice one tap.
And that gives
Joins
Trent
his
a
team
lot
over
more room to
towards
join
long,
back up with
gets the
team.
heal,
Balance so
taking
healthy,
the
they're gonna get the
orb
spike
as
down.
well.
Meanwhile, RGL is still in spawn, concerned for a late flank from A.
Not like this, so they play over towards long. The
Yourself.
thing at the moment is
Certainly
RGL does
makes the
have
game easier.
smokes, so
They have to
the
know
vision
that
block
there
is
could be
there, and it
someone
might
on
be
flank,
hard
right?
to
Zone
spam
B
with the
and Trent both holding the line, taking a little bit of damage. Mazine with a lot to do here.
Look at how G2 shifting the fight over to CT.
Ah, man.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
He
They
G2 played
understand
this
that
so
Mazine is gonna
well.
be scared to move
They
forward
realized they were going to get smoked off, so once they
right
saw
away,
one,
so
they
they
just
can
sent it
take
over
the
towards
1v
site to try
1v1
isolate the
onto the CT
1v3.
player.
Yeah, they don't have to give him the fight. Now it's RGL.
And now this guy has to go for his own team smoke, even though he's
You're
popping.
right.
I mean, I'm just jinxing everybody today.
Trent can still win this thing.
Time.
RGL is so weak.
Oh my. Hey, Trent played this so well. Got out of there with the spike, joins his team, gets a heal, and lovely,
Yeah,
lovely
exactly.
kills.
That's
Dude,
how
the
that
reaction in the 3v2 as well when they
Yeah, I
spot this
mean,
guy and get
if
over
you're
towards
MIBR
site was
again on
perfect
these
in my opinion.
retakes, it just seems like they set him up so well, right?
Very on top of the fact that it's
You see RGL
very on
get
top of the
two
fact that
on
it's
the
a brim
backside.
and they might get
You'll see it shortly.
smoked off.
And they're just not aware of the one gap that Trent could be in. I mean, the odds of him being in hookah are near slim. So he's either going to be in elbow or he's going to be in CT, trying to get a wraparound.
Right.
So Mazine just jumping the gun there. Didn't really need to do much. And RGL, maybe just you smoke off elbow or hookah there and not have to worry about both.
Oh, gamble stack B from MIBR. Nothing is found, but they've already sent RGL into showers.
Oh,
For a second, I was going to call RGL a maniac for solo grabbing that orb, but
It's a lot of
now I
TPs.
understand.
It
If
was
he had
tough.
gotten pinched from behind, yeah, he would have had everybody to TP with. So
oh, they had all the TPs apart from one. Oh, that's a lovely one.
They've done a really good job of
Yeah,
reassessing
just through
both
the-
showers
through the
off
gap
the
in
gamble,
showers.
so it kind of works out, and they're flooded out onto the site. This
Gotta
might
keep
lead
an
in
eye
the
on this
favor
one,
of
right?
Trent
They're allowed
shortly in
2
the hands of our
deaths.
team. They're all huddled in with the flash in the
That's
face
a
of
great
Trent.
flash.
That's a big
And
one,
that's a
you're
gun
just
that's
gonna get overwhelmed,
on
you're
its
gonna get
own.
swarmed. And that's what happens. Can
This
Icy
is a
hold
gun
the
that's
line?
on
Only
its
one is
own.
found. Another messy, chaotic round. This time, potentially
And the
going
2
sideways.
people are left.
Jordan Peele
The
with
2
it's
without
not gonna
guns.
matter. Leaf is left alone.
time's running out.
It's so
It's so
short.
close. Oh, he got the kill.
And he does.
What a hero play, man.
What a kill.
What a kill, bro. It was costly. And they do get out of there and they save a gun, but that was
Leaf is
nice.
him.
That's a 1v4 technically for him.
Focus to find that target. The only
Yeah,
one
all of
that
the
matters.
people were in the
With
wrong
all
place
of
in
that
theory,
other
right?
noise on the screen is
But I
just
think they were
crazy.
expecting a
And
push
again,
behind, so.
MIBR
But I guess the TPs
Whiffing when it
changed it
really,
up, made it
truly
weird.
matters. They do everything right up until the closing moments. I mean, the spacing was great. Everything was great. But that one whiff from Mazine.
Yeah, dude, the crouch
Mazine
peaks.
and everyone
Crouch
else
peaks
who-
are literally
he
back,
faced
man.
3 people.
He
Out of
swung
Crouch peaks are
into
so
3
strong.
and still
That's
killed
wild.
the
And we
bomb.
got a
That's crazy.
straight up
And so alas,
low
it's
buy
been a
coming
silly
in. Let's
start
see how
to
much
the
damage they can do. One of the worst ones you could
G2
possibly
with
get,
a
really.
2-round lead. The buy is so light.
Yeah, and I mean, at that point, if you're MIBR, you can honestly just stack on top of the bomb diffuser and just be a body bag and you'd win the round. It's just crazy how they're losing some of these rounds.
Well, they go real fast in this. We got nothing
Into
to
the
stop
next
the
few
plan.
guards, he feels
Okay,
a lot of
Molly.
pressure, trying to try to peek out in front of the smoke. Manages to control the spray.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard to
trade.
plant now. With that TP, do they just all TP? Ooh.
Again, the gun's not great.
Oh, he
here, so
spots
for
one. Just
G2,
TP.
This has been massive.
Wait, they have an ult? Oh, okay, they're fine.
I love this too. They're settling.
But they
Not
saw
playing into
2
the
different
chaos,
guys
slowing
over
things down
towards
just a
showers
little
as well,
bit.
so they get a lot of info
Man,
for
Leaf has
this.
been such a big part of this team's success.
Imagine he wins this. What a round. What a
He's so
solo
good at
round
the
from
game.
him.
I
Oh
was
my god.
wondering when I'd see
It's
Leaf on Bind-
such a big
on
round.
Thunder on Bind
Dude, they're
again.
gonna get 4 upgrades.
He's
There's
back.
one. Yeah, they're actually gonna get 4 gun upgrades.
There's no slouch to it. His days on
Dude,
Cloud
G2
9
with actual
trained him
bonus
to
rounds,
play the Viper
there's something
on
different. Look
G2.
at him go.
It's crazy to think about.
And so
I mean, they
we
had
have a
nothing
few
into
minutes
this,
to
by the
talk.
way. They had Bulldog, Stinger, Stinger, Sheriffs.
Right now,
Everyone
so
gets
honestly,
upgrades.
We had this conversation about MIBR in the second half of Icebox about how snowbally things can be and how it felt like MIBR had a great opportunity. It's the exact same conversation, but it's on the other side for G2 here. They're gonna have a ton of rifles going into the next. Yeah, they're gonna have to buy some armor, but this is a great start for G2, and they did that with what? A Bulldog and I think Stinger, and then everything else is pistols. They didn't have much going into this.
Yeah, but the player with the Bulldog, Leaf, went huge.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
this
Leaf,
train
yeah,
through
Leaf
the
was
smoke from Trent.
unbelievable. That guy got melted.
And so keep an eye
Look
on
at
him
their
on
money.
how things can roll for G2 here.
And
They have plenty of
MIBR,
money. They've
low
got a
buy on
couple
this one,
members
so
who are
chance to get
halfway to
this
have their
money
own
even
online. I
better.
think that's the one maybe like if you're gonna min-max your way through the first 3 rounds. So one thing that's kind of lacking, but other than that, G2 are in a great spot.
Yeah, when you're on the winning side of these weird little rounds,
That was weird.
I was gonna say you can tend to snowball them out of control, but Icy gets caught lacking there holding the angle on the hookah push.
Little jump spot. Jonah, he had the right angle.
I wonder if Jonah's gonna read into this that it's a bait setup. I feel like JZZ maybe oversold his commitment onto that. Regardless, this dog will be able to tell. I mean,
Did he?
Jonah
I thought he saw him.
Yeah, he saw Mazin for sure.
Right?
He looked to the left.
It didn't look like you
Also,
saw him.
When someone's just running at a skydog like that, it's just even more
his
obvious.
POV
So
right
this
now
is gonna
doesn't
be
look
good
like
for
you saw him.
G2.
I don't think he's gonna be sending it until
Jonah's
late
just
anyway.
keeping him here, and they're gonna get wrapped at any moment now. If the rotate doesn't come
Oh.
in,
Oh, they're committing to the Tuka fight.
Double
They take the
TP,
telly,
Valen
and
gets
Valen's there to
both.
greet him.
I mean, they just go back
it's
now.
so unnecessary if you're MIBR.
Yeah, it is. They had it on
You're
lock,
up
really.
5v4 and you randomly take a TP off of no audio cue or anything.
And you got no pinch.
And now that's gonna open up Jonah to
seconds
bait,
left.
rotates to this A site. He's here to full commit, and that's why Mazin runs into hookah there. But JZZ,
What the hell is that
what was
shot?
that?
Clean shot.
What was that?
Ultimately,
Dude, what
he's the
was
last
that?
one alive.
He's not wrong.
One away from ult. I think there's an opportunity for Vandal close by.
I tell you what, I think the MIBR did pretty good damage here, really, considering. Yeah, I didn't like the double TP with no pinch plan here.
Yeah.
Blog with the prime, thanks for the 2 months, man.
They made a bunch of noise, like they were rotating away through hookah, and then they cut noise, push back in. That manipulated the rotation.
Appreciate you, dude. Thank you for that.
And then from their point, it was
I mean,
fights, but
yeah,
you're
it did seem.
It felt like MIBR forced it a tiny bit or a lot of it.
And I'm just so confused why MIBR held their setup in Octagon for so long. That's ultimately what made the rest of the members at A site make a random TP play, because they knew they were going to get crunched at any moment.
Yep.
Just ask for the Viper wall to go up for you and just get out. Play a retake. You know you're not the heavy side. You either want to push all the way down long in that scenario or get out and play a retake setup, because they have all of hookah. They know they have the info on you that you're playing long. I mean, if you just
Unbelievable,
sit there
the
for too
Brazilian
long,
teams
you're
might
gonna
go
get pinched,
winless.
Eventually, it
Yeah.
would've came through. G2
True.
would have made that pinch happen, and they would have gotten punished.
Pancada
Instead,
just gets
MIBR
3
forced
different
the
teams
batter,
offering him a
tried to take
contract.
TP, and again, Valen just kind of farmed there. So
It would be
called
mad.
A timeout, down 4 rounds early
I
on.
mean, surely.
This is again the
surely one of them-
snowball. It's starting to grow.
I mean, I
4
don't think
rounds
Fury's
already,
getting
still
a win.
Plenty of money. We'll see
But-
as soon as we get back into the action. G2 have a couple of members close to ult still.
Pancada stream
this
tied
has
to
the
wait,
potential
what
to
was
get out
it?
of hand.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what happens when you lose such close rounds, like the way that MIBR have been losing some of these.
Yeah.
Where it comes down to like a 1v1 or even on the retake, right? Leaf getting that kill amongst 3 players shooting. You start to put self-doubt.
Yeah, he really
in you,
does
in your
have a
calling,
good chance.
in your protocols, everything like that.
Okay, timeout goes in.
just
It's a big buy round.
ends
What do they
up
got different on this?
Making the
Doesn't look
opposing
too
team
much
just
different. It
snowball
might
you.
just be like, guys, relax yourself on the TP. It needs to be a pinch.
Contact play.
Flash
and
goes on
hookah
over
this
towards
time,
long.
FRZ. Can't get caught lacking here. This is
Got
good
a
for
molly
G2.
out
Just
early.
wanna
That's so
push
fine.
off this hookah angle. They're gonna leave one, take pressure on other sides of the map. That's why you see this Sky throw a flash in the shower.
At least I like this from MIBR as well. Like
Signs
this,
right now are
this
showing to
smoke
A
against
after that
the
hookah deny.
And what that's intended to do is
double
you're supposed to
initiated
get
comp.
MIBR to move, and
Seems
maybe
like the
Valen
one.
Gets a late one.
Exactly. This is gonna be a TP commit play, I believe.
Yeah, I think
all
so,
G2 are doing right now is just baiting utility out, and that's the big kill.
Oh.
That's the
Gets
cue.
the TP to come through.
And they're
That's
here
the cue
so
for them to
early.
go.
It's just one over towards site. No one
It's
else
a
can
5v1
flood out
on
because
site.
of the molly.
Utility flooding everywhere.
He's done good to dodge it.
Master out here. But it's not going to be enough.
Oh.
One gets caught.
Oh my gosh.
Fortunately for G2, the rest of them had cleared
Oh
the ult
no, now they
already.
put it all into it and there's low HP. And Leaf's gonna get ult and it's a big round money-wise, so he uses his ult.
Oh man.
Yeah.
They have
Oh,
no
wow.
choice but to save.
And yeah, now they save
What a
and give him all of
beautiful
that
display
extra
from
money.
G2.
Yeah, and this might be one of those halves where Bazooka's gonna have to call 2 timeouts.
Potentially, yeah. Because it's a snowball now. I mean, this thing is huge. It's rolling.
I mean, I spoke about it earlier, about how it feels to play G2 on a map like this. It just feels so suffocating with the way that they play. I mean, everything that they did there was to bait out rotations. and
Leaf
it was
looks
perfect.
so hard to play against, man.
And then also, I mean, that kill from Leaf down low.
Yeah.
That opens up everything.
That's his one job to do on that lurk. And who better of a player would you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
He's
To
been,
do that.
So we've called him a rock. We've called him so
Huh?
steady. We've called him like.
Because I complimented
been
him, or
in
what
so
happened
many
there?
of these clutch, tense moments, a cornerstone for this team.
Something about those duelist players that switch over to that sentinel role, they have the confidence to take a lot of 1v1s. And when it goes their way, man, it just feels like you can't do anything.
Yeah, and they put a big ult into this.
Then getting the pit down 2 just opens everything up. That's tragic.
Felt like he was through.
But 5 rounds in a row, plenty of money. Really nothing lost. Valen 1 away from having his ult. MIBR, they've got something to fight back with here.
And the pace change.
Yeah, at the perfect time. Again,
Take
another
showers,
knockout.
control
Good
2
Valen
push
has
and
been.
2 pass and
This
push
call's
behind.
perfect.
Nothing to stop
Nothing
this
here to
plant.
delay the plant either.
Yeah. And how are they going to try to take this? Satchel peek or?
Joining Valen, the thing is, they're getting crunched, so they're gonna have to deal with the fight on multiple fronts. Icy with a big kill.
Nice entry from Icy.
Oh,
Nice.
my gosh. That's a second. Now Trent dealing with what's coming from behind.
Bro,
him, 47
nothing
HP,
is
has
going
to take
right
a
for
step back.
MIBR.
Icy's been steady. And he's able to help here.
3 in the round.
Oh my god, they didn't get a
This is falling
kill.
apart for MIBR.
Okay, Icy.
And dude, is he gonna have to time out?
Mistakes of other
You have to time out again?
Repositioning really well this time. I feel like a lot of the times when he gets the first kill, he kind of gets punished, trying to get the second. But this time, he knows he doesn't even need to do too much. Get your first kill, fall back, play with your team, let them come into you and just hold. Enemy down. I mean, it sets you up for free kills like this, and when you have the star roster of some of these G2 players, you really don't need to do much to look good.
And again, we talk so much about confidence in Valorant and how series can be won or lost because of that.
Yeah.
Because of confidence. And for G2,
What is
particularly
that
for
peak?
Icy, he feels good.
You know, especially with these young guys, you know, you're like, oh, what version of them are we gonna get today? For C9, it's, are we gonna get Scrim Oxy today? I think we're seeing Scrim Icy right now.
Yeah, I would agree. And you know, we haven't talked about it as much,
Xander
and, you
with
know,
the
he
prime. Thank you,
hasn't
man. Appreciate the
performed
9
same
months.
way, right, as
Leaf
people
top
would
3
expect
most
him to.
annoying player to play against.
So
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
can
hearing from the
actually
streets
see
is
that.
there is a Scrim Icy, and he's a freak too.
Yeah, I played
He
against
plays
him, I know.
he plays situations
Second
very
drop
well
30
as
just
well.
easily as Oxy.
He's actually just a
It's just
beast.
matter
I
of
like this
time
role change from
before
him,
he
to
can
be honest.
translate it into these matches, and
He's doing
this could be a start to something great, I should say.
It's been a start to a great map for G2 so far. 7-0. Plenty of money, plenty of ults. This is a full-blown avalanche at this point.
Yeah, G2 just look like they can't handle the weather right now. I mean, sorry, MIBR look like they can't handle the weather right now.
Hey, the flash though, the flash on this. Yeah, it's strong. You thought MIBR was meant to win bind? Ah, bruh. They changed their Yoru to a raise. All bets are off after that.
Gassing up your
They actually
guy.
have a decent comp now.
He's been such a source of conversation over the first couple of weeks for G2, and you know, can he deliver because he hasn't, and you know, is he the right fit? And we talked about how he seems comfortable on Gecko, but how is he going to perform when he's the only duelist? When it's on him to create space, him to go. So far, so good. What can our team do?
No way.
Though? An ult on mine.
There's no way.
He's feeling it for sure right now.
How are they not getting any kills during that?
Off the rocket timing of Artsine, you just saw Icy go flying over truck, killing 2 players in CT. Oh,
Dude,
1 player in CT.
They
one
gotta
behind him,
call
so
a
he pulled a
timeout
180.
again. They gotta change
He's a
something.
little freaky right now. I
Could have
must
just,
say.
mate, just
Nothing
4-person
going the way
walkout
of
showers or
MIBR.
something. I don't
They
know,
just have
anything.
no answers right now.
Meanwhile, Scrim Icy has arrived. How many kills is he at so far?
I think he's at like 9 or something. He's been getting back-to-back multi-kills as well. I think that's the key difference.
Yeah.
In general, he has a pretty good first kill, first death stat line. It's just he was getting traded quite a bit against a lot of these other teams.
Sure.
Right now, he's able to string 2, 3 kills together, like a lot of other star duelists in the league. So these are really good signs for G2.
And it's only, I mean, it's only getting worse for MIBR. They couldn't even save a ton of weapons. They're only able to carry 1 weapon into the next round.
No,
So even the little things that they need to do to try to keep this competitive aren't going their way. There's that satchel that you just mentioned. I see off of the queue from Artsine using his satchels forward,
Get a
gets 2 kills
second here.
back
That's
sight.
nuts,
And
dude.
there's just no control for MIBR.
I love how the one MIBR highlight in this clip was just JZZ killing someone not looking at him.
Yeah,
Because that's the only way they've been able to get kills this half.
that's been the one
Crazy.
silver lining.
And that's the second
rough.
time out, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, you're right. You mentioned it. It's felt like a half where Bazooka might have to call 2 timeouts in it. It's exactly what happens.
I mean, you have to. You got to tell your team right now, yo, get your head out of your, out of your behinds right now, because this is getting out of control. This is not how things should be going, especially with how competitive the last map was. But the emotions and maybe the
This is the worst case
frustrations
scenario for
setting in
Sentinels?
to MIBR
Yeah, pretty
after
much.
the
They
set
really
of
don't
rounds
want
that
this.
Perhaps they shouldn't have lost.
They don't want it to, no.
So that's a relic, the guard jersey in the crowd. Yeah, that's wild. 8-0 for 8-0 for G2, man. And you're right; those little things aren't going their way. The perhaps frustration building up. Who knows? But I think you said it really well.
Jonas,
a couple
hello, mate.
rounds ago where you mentioned that it feels
Thank you so
suffocating
much.
when you're playing against G2.
I'll hit you back on the next one.
MIBR
I'll get you next
on their
week.
last breath here.
I mean, they're getting outshot. They're getting out rotated.
Come on, little homies.
They can't get a
Let's get it.
retake win. At this
there.
point,
Okay, do they change anything up? Anything
what can
crazy?
they do?
Smoke down over towards here again. Just kind of means that you have
We've
to
seen
commit.
variety in how
But
G2
also, again,
have wanted
they are
to
playing
approach
right.
these attack halves.
Just
We've
feels
seen
like they just get
contact,
exegged on
manipulating rotations,
too
we've
heavy.
seen fast hits.
Okay,
Seems
here
a
we go.
little bit
Fast pick.
slower
We haven't
here,
seen that for a while.
but that does seem like
2
that's the
people got
intent.
away.
They
That's
hit
a good
2.
start.
Oh, it's huge. They hit 2, but RGL was there to
Oh,
keep the
no.
line back. Valen pushing forward. Jonah P. close by. They have so much space.
Come on, give him a round.
I can't help but feel like this is going to be another G2 round win because they play
Wait, why
these
is he
post
saying
plans,
that?
especially in these like weird, awkward
Pretty good
2v2s
crossfire,
or
but
3v2 so well.
Oh, chill. You've jinxed a couple of times.
Hey, I'm trying to help MIBR out to at least win one
Oh.
round.
Jonah P. flushed out, trying to hold the line.
Okay.
Cannot. As the Molly causes problems, Trent. in
Trent's
clutch
only died
situation.
once.
Trent, who's delivered for this squad so many times in positions such as these, is going to have to do it again. The Molly soars by his face, drops one of his own. FRZ.
Oh no.
Gonna try to get to half.
At least got it half.
Do it.
Bro, he has to stick it.
No, the Mazine can do this. Wingman can. Oh my goodness, Trent does it again.
Dude, look at that. Spike keeps getting him. Oh man, that was by far their best chance.
He understands that they actually have to get half. MIBR has to get half there if they want to win the round. There's no way around it. It's too easy for him. That's what he's saying right now. What are these guys doing?
He makes it look easy. And that was off of an opener, man. That was without Icy taking space.
You kind of hope Sen miss Shanghai and focus on champs. The thing is, if Sen go to Shanghai, they can pretty much take most of the split 2 off because they should qualify through champs points anyway. So no matter what, they should always be 4th anyway. Unless the person that wins America's
so desperate to
split
win around. They're just
win
trying to beat them.
Shanghai.
This feels forced.
So even if they do
Jay-Z's
go to
playing
Shanghai,
smoke.
they're pretty chill in terms of points. So no matter what, Sentinels are going to have like some period where they can take their foot off the pedal. So, I mean, they're in a great spot for champs no matter what. They're in the best spot out of every single team in the world for champs right now. Apart from maybe Paper X and maybe Paper X just because they dominate at the moment. Their region. Does he feel like he has the timing?
Looks like they're going to try to pop out towards B. They have some hookah space. They have no info what's happening A.
Yeah, it's tough because this Viper's pit went down. So they might have an idea that there is a Viper's pit somewhere at A. You don't know if it's short or in shower. But this site exec is so hard to hold. If this Gecko Molly lands on default with a nade back site, there's going to be nowhere for MIBR to play.
I see saturated. There's the Gecko Molly. There's the util that you mentioned, and they cracked the site open again.
It's impossible to hold against that.
But
Yeah, that's a strong site.
Much
Yeah.
to do. Can he contain? Can you imagine, dude just plays his life. Ice creeping forward, trying to get the kill, finds it.
Oh man, he's looking so good right now. I'm so happy for him.
2v2 though. Not out of the woodworks yet. They've gotten the spike down, but they're both so weak.
The reposition too.
104 HP across both of them, and is that going to be enough? FRZ left alone. That Molly.
It's a great Molly.
Oh,
Leaf is so weak. He dies to it. Icy on the swing.
Oi, they're on the
FRZ
boards.
clutches it out.
not convincing.
Oh, they
Worst
finally
possible
got
round you can win. One person survives, has to rebuy armor. They all have to rebuy. Could get reset. But they do get around. Chat, I got a question for the Gecko knows. Molly lands on top of tube, right? You know when it's Viper. Let me draw the tube.
Great job from MIBR to finally slow
Let's wait for the
down
replay.
that 2v2.
Yeah.
It almost got scary.
To see this Molly here, it looks like it fills inside. So you know when the Viper one hits, say this is the inside the tube, right? Viper Molly on top will only touch the edges, right? So if you stand in the middle, you're good. Does the Gecko Molly get the middle line? If the Molly lands on top? It looks like it. It looks like it gets the middle. It does get the middle as well. That's cool.
It's a tough ask against
That's really strong.
defense side of G2, who honestly will just delay the bomb for like centuries. It feels
Forever,
like.
yeah. They've taken some space showers. They're proactive on denying space, denying the map, which is well done. And they're playing soft on B, so.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they don't class that as a bug, to be honest.
Tucked around the corner. So
I find it so odd what they class and don't class as a bug. Surely that's not
Try to take this thing
intentional.
back. The only ult they have is JZZ's. They've got to know the sky is close. They're really taking their time with this. Maybe too patient?
Is that a thing? Yeah, people have been doing it with the Viper Molly for
Excuse me, either way.
like a whole year now. Kinda two.
Refusing to relent.
Yeah, and this guy's got a 1v2, otherwise they got a full eco.
It's just too clean from G2 right now. The teamwork is in full effect.
Yeah, and it
Well,
on the side
I say
of
full
MIBR,
eco, we're
hate to
gonna be
say it,
forcing
but I feel
into
we're
it, and
watching a
it's
different
like
team from what we
not
saw
gonna
in
be great.
Icebox.
Yeah, they've definitely broken down.
I mean, that was an MIBR that we talked about. Winning clutch moments. Our team looked incredible. They were doing the small things well. They were playing the
The
map
lineups are
perfectly, and
inconsistent.
they're still
Sometimes it doesn't
trying
hit
to do
all the
some of
middle
it. You saw them
site.
take a ton
Okay,
of
so you
space
gotta
showers right at the beginning. They, you know, are trying to
gotta just
contain
have a
what
good lineup
G2
for
are
it.
doing, but once it gets into the messy
Still though, it's
moments, once it
really,
gets
really
into the
strong.
chaos and the gunfights, they're just not landing the shots.
One enemy remaining.
Chad. Leaf, although he was smoked
Right,
off
let's
there,
see how
it makes
bad
it
it is.
obvious that the
Judge,
retake is
Stinger,
coming in
Stinger,
and
light
they're from
armors.
one spot. So as everyone on the site is actually fighting, Leaf just needs to just spam in that general direction and just create even more chaos. Maybe get a kill or two or a couple tags to mess up the peaks of MIBR on the entry. So it's just really good
Wait,
play
that's-
from G2
that's
right now, playing really well together.
That's a sick boom ball lineup.
They were so effective in the chaos on Icebox. MIBR were.
That clears the
This is
judge
the-
close.
I mean, a shadow of what we saw previously.
Yeah. I mean, G2 have been so
Oh,
committed
the
on these
Seekers is gonna
last
get the guy in the
5
smoke.
rounds on where they want to go and what they want to do.
I mean, G2 can do no wrong here.
Yeah. It's all because of how G2 started off this half with all the lurks that they had and all the different layers that they had.
Man, I feel a bit
It
sorry
opened
for
up the
MIBR.
later part of the half
They were
for
just
them
like,
to
we'll
just
play
full commit
G2
on the
because
site splits
obviously
or just
their bind's
site
weak.
hits off of one lane.
And then G2's just been working on their bind the whole week.
They're having to
Getting the
use these
change up
mollies,
from
they're
the
having to
Euro into
try
the
to find
Raze.
space from so far away.
Even got a
Where it
boombot
feels like
lineup
much like
for
the entire half, They've been
it clears
suffocated out.
close, and in case someone decides to judge close as well. There's close cubby and the judge angle. Dang.
Yeah, and if you're MIBR, this is basically elimination from Shanghai.
Oh yeah.
Wait, this makes G2's map pool really strong now.
With backs against the ropes, they looked formidable on icebox, but again, a shell of the
Who did
team that we
G2 play
saw
after
just,
this?
what, an hour ago? We got 5. And again, not
They
to
gotta
take
play
anything away from
loud.
what G2 are doing because
Ooh.
they're playing it perfectly. I think there's a
Dude,
whole
poor
lot
Loud,
going on
man.
here on both
All
sides.
out,
So
they get to play G2 when they're kind of
11-1
peeking.
at half. That scoreline really tells us everything we need to do. Let's take a listen to Icy. We got to chat with him and find out how he feels about his performance here in stage 1.
With this being my first year in VCT Americas,
I saw some Gecko
my
knowledge.
personal performance.
Okay,
I think
potentially.
the first 2 games, I was kind of just getting used to the stage. You know, like I had some jitters here and there, and I think like slowly, like each game, like I'm getting more comfortable playing on stage, and within the team, like I just feel like I'm realizing my role and like what needs to happen, and yeah, I'm getting more and more confident.
Well, he seems far more comfortable than the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Like he said, if there were jitters there, if he was just getting comfortable with the stage, it seems like it's gone, right? Because he's playing well, and he's playing well on both roles. We talked about the Gecko and how that's such a different ask. Now he's on the raise, he's creating space, he's going forward, and he's winning out these duels that, quite frankly, week 1 and week 2, we would see him lose every time.
Yeah, actually, you're 100% right about that. But it is good because, like I said, I've had the experience of playing against him, especially in the off season.
Yep.
When I was still deciding if I was gonna play or not, and he was really good. Like he was really good on raise. He looked nice. I haven't got to really play against his jet too much, but he's solid on raise. That's why G2 picked him up. They needed a raise player.
Right.
And obviously Leaf is a monster on this Sentinel role too. So
It's a good sign when Josh
Just
is
joined.
laughing.
Is it close? Dude,
Yeah,
that's gotta be bait.
can't even imagine what they're saying right now. They're like, can you believe
Yo,
the
be
first
that.
map
I
was that
know
close?
you're bait.
The
I know you know what the
duality of
score is.
man.
So
Josh
Don't give me that.
laughing and Bazooka with, I mean, I can't imagine what he's saying to his team, but I'm sure it's not nearly as encouraging or as happy as what's happening on the other side.
That's so tough.
Encourages and
They,
players
like
talk
in
during
kickoff,
halftime,
just like the
yes.
Def said, that like I thought they looked really well and they had a lot of bright sides to look forward to, but they just haven't really been able to put their foot down and have any type of actual success outside of just some close games, maybe a map here or there.
I mean, that timeline is dreadful.
Yeah.
Right, and so much like
4-1,
MIBR
and
in
the
a
one's just
must-win
retake. Got nades to stop the
situation,
original
not just in the
plant, you would
map,
imagine.
Not just in the series, given playoff implications, but in the pistol. This goes without
Contact
saying.
into
Sitting
flash
there
into
for a
double
lineup?
push.
Yeah, I think so. They have to win this round. They have to.
I think this is like almost a play out of 100 Thieves book.
You gotta go all the way
other
around to
day,
get this
where
fight.
it's like basically a Sky playing an off.
When
angle
do
and then a
they
double flash
start
play to
going
pinch anybody
aggro?
belong, but
Did this
MIBR
guy
reading
here
into
near the
this,
running?
They don't want to mess with that belong at all.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, they knew something was up. And they're picking the right side to hit here. And all
Weird.
Icy's job is here is to just throw
Leaf's
that
just gonna start
nade
looking,
to delay
right?
the Gecko plant. That's it. He needs to nade little buddy. Hopefully buy enough time.
Yeah,
for his team to
smokes go
rotate in.
out. That protects him for the nade.
And
Pings
right
the
on
wall
cue,
that he
gets
needs
the nade
to
out.
throw it
Such
off.
a weird plant spot though. I don't know if this will actually kill. It does.
No, it's
That's
nice. We get one
huge.
TP and double
The guy's
TP.
doing his
Flash
job.
goes
He
in.
mentioned it, and now they're
Now
gonna
they
be
got a
applying
panic
pressure in
plant.
from showers, and they have to
Smokes
go
go
forward
at one
if they
point in
wanted
what, like 10?
maintain control of the site.
And he knows.
Not even. Smokes go now.
I mean, they've got him corralled in. There's no way
Still
out.
no
They
plan.
have nowhere to go. They can't take Telly because they've lost short, but RT and
Oh,
FRC
okay.
finding the kills they need.
Still no plan.
13 seconds left.
Down A.
Options are limited. Time is
seconds
brief. Can they get this down? Can they get the spike down? They will. They'll get the
Alright.
kills, and the ever needed pistol
Let's see what
goes
they
away
got.
with MIBR.
I like the idea from the
start.
pistol though. Time was pretty low. It just felt like G2 lost some of the jewels.
It's a start. It's a start.
I don't know what more I can say. I do like MIBR's reactions to having that bomb be delayed and them not overextending into CT at the wrong time.
Sure.
I like how they just cut noise, took control of the entire site, and then fought together. It's a good protocol to have, especially against a team that likes
Got
to play
home.
heavy
G2
delay,
looking good on
for the rotates to come in and just
MIBR.
likes to stall
I mean,
the bomb
honestly,
out.
G2 are looking
But
good.
how long can you keep
MIBR
Because
have been
eventually it's just gonna
struggling
all
a little
go
bit.
not your way.
Their icebox looked a lot better than their bind.
The snowbally nature of how Valorant is playing right now. Just
But I'm telling you, G2 have been prepping and practice it.
right? If
Maybe
you're
not
on the receiving
prepping, because
end
I'm pretty sure they
what
just focused
G2
on
just
just their
did
own play on this
in the
one. I
first
don't think
half,
they were actually
the perfect
expecting bind to get
balance the rest of the
picked,
way, and that's
judging by
such a
how
different
long the veto was afterwards.
But again,
They've
snowball
just been
can go either
prepping
way,
hard
so
in terms of
we'll see how
focusing
it
on their
plays
own
out.
stuff
MIBR
bind.
get the spike
It's been a
down.
map they've heavy focused on for
G2
sure, because
choosing not
it
to
wasn't
invest at
great
all.
before this.
Maybe get a couple of exits on the way out, but this round should go off without really any sort of drama. Ooh, naturally, as I say that.
That's the only death they're allowed, though.
Leave it to Leaf. He's so good, man.
Yeah, he's unreal. And so MIBR will work their way to their third, and this is where the half is likely decided, right? Because once again, we go into this bonus situation. Can the snowball go the way of MIBR?
This is such good damage. They might get a Vandal here, too.
One enemy remaining.
Still though.
I'm
He gets so many
jinxing everything
guns.
today.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it's nice.
You really
Get
are.
two out of them. They're gonna
I can
rebuy
see
one
you in this
armor as
phone.
well. Good round.
Man, these teams are gonna start trying to pay me off to not jinx them.
So yeah, MIBR get their third. This is where the half is ultimately decided. Because if MIBR can get the snowball going their way, there is a reasonable shot at a comeback.
And they know that too, and that's why you see a big investment on their side. They know that they have to buy into this.
Remaining.
Them losing those two Bulldogs might have worked in their favor, actually. So they're forced to full commit
Maybe
to
I'll
this buy
decide
because
to
it
force
really
into
is
it. Honestly, I
all or
can't even
nothing
be
right now.
mad with the scoreline. You gotta win this.
You have to be near perfect to make this comeback.
Gotta be done.
And if they do, it would be a hell of a story.
There's still so much Valorant to be played between then and now. G2 being proactive, taking a little bit of space with the dog down B-long, confirming there's no one there. And you see Leaf has to give it up. Hearing the Dizzy, hearing all the util. Oh, Val's gone exploring JZZ. Ready for it. They're staring each other down.
It's such a hard angle if you're Valen to actually peek into. But that kill might have JZZ walk for something to try to even numbers, but Valen takes his head clean
3v5.
off.
That's some.
That tough angle
Dude,
you were mentioning
of
it
this
now.
flash that went like
MIBR left
all
in
the way
disarray.
deep if he wanted to peek. It was kind of sick.
3 left to try to win this round back in the face of Trent's ult too. And all these smokes that Valen still has up. I mean, this is a delay that you were mentioning,
30
right?
seconds
Between
left.
all of the utility that G2 have at their disposal, there's really no options to get into the site.
So hard to play against.
And RGL's trying to get away.
Enemy down.
Will get his get a couple kills.
No bomb, though.
Yeah, and no time.
Yeah, all Leaf has to do here is just live.
And
Icy takes RGLs,
two looking
that blew
good
off
on this
as
map.
well.
And so now G2
Definitely,
find themselves
definitely
on
spent a lot of
series
time
point, but I
on
think
this week.
On top of
Go.
that, we've got to discuss the possibility of, I mean, MIBR find themselves staring down the barrel of playoff elimination.
Yeah, and Trent has ult. Jonah P is what, 2 off? I mean, even if you string a couple rounds together, you're gonna go up against a G2 who plays their utility so well on this map, and then you're adding 3 different ults into the mix potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, there's not a lot of hopium right now for MIBR fans.
Such a dire situation to consider the possibility of your stage being done, Shanghai being off the table, and you're down 3-12.
Uh-oh.
Trent's gonna
Poor
get a
guy.
little bit of info. He's gonna
my
tag JCC.
gosh.
Lose the side. No way, Valen gets 2. Oh no, he's gonna ult on the heads. Oh, okay.
Front side, I thought he
Went
was
for the.
gonna do it in
Yeah, I
the
thought he was
ult.
gonna
No
do it in
need
lamps
to.
as well.
I mean, this is Raps.
They know someone's in CT.
It's been Raps for a few rounds now. Mazine, the only one left standing.
Okay, oi, G2 look good on this map. Lovely change up. I mean, they thought the same thing that I thought, that this map wasn't looking good, and they spent a lot of this week on this map, I would imagine,
Their stage is
and
over.
it's looking great.